Drone and missile attacks by Houthi rebels, upending shipping through the Red Sea and Suez Canal, which sees nearly 10% of the world's trade, is posing a massive threat to the global economy. The U.S. now forming an international coalition to protect shippers, diverting more than $80 billion worth of cargo from the area. So what does this tense time look like for crew members? Our next guest was a merchant marine captain who traveled through the Red Sea about 150 times. He's an instructor at the Masters, Mates, and Pilots Unions. Captain James Staples joins us now. Captain, how dangerous is it out there for commercial vessels as you know it?
Well, going to sea, Brian, as you know, is dangerous anyways. We have plenty of risks that we have to deal with. You know, when a mariner goes to sea, he's got to worry about a fire. He's got to worry about sinking, grounding, hurricanes, typhoons. And now we have this added risk of having missiles shot at you, ballistic missiles, drones, and waterborne IEDs also. The Houthis have the capability of running these remote control boats that not only like a drone are laden with explosives. So the threat is threesome out there. You've got the ballistic missiles, you've got the drones from the air, and now you also have waterborne drones that they put in boats full of explosives, as we see the Ukrainians use in the Baltic. So this is a possibility. This is a thing that happens to these mariners now that they have to contend with. They risk their lives as it is, and now you have the threat of this, plus being held hostage, as we see with the Galaxy leader, that they've been sitting there for 30 days, and now the Houthis are out there doing almost like a carnival, bringing people on and off that ship every single day, depleting their fuel, depleting their water, probably depleting their food. The ships only have holding tanks, so they can only hold so much sewage before they have to dump that sewage at sea. This is not only a hostage situation, but this could become a potentially an environmental situation if this ship keeps running the way it is.
And you're talking about the hijacking on the high seas that's taking place, and the threat exists that we used to see off the coast of Somalia, but now we're seeing here. What are we doing about it? How do you think we're handling it?
Well, right now, there's probably diplomatic negotiations going on with the Houthis to try to get this vessel released, but the ship's owned by the Israelis, so overall, let it go.
Overall, how do you think we're handling it?
Right now, I think we're handling it very poorly.
Why?
Very poorly.
Why?
This could be handled. Well, these escorts should have been done earlier, just like in World War II, when we lost quite a few vessels. It didn't take a while till we started getting escorts down there. If the escorts were already running, protecting these ships, then maybe we could contend with the problem. But right now, I think it would be in the best interest of the owners to divert and not go through the Red Sea and take their ships around the long way. And the only danger they have is that the economy.
But Captain, why are we sitting there just playing defense? We have all these assets right there. The USS Gerald R. Ford, the cutting edge, the best in the world. We know exactly where the Houthi rebels are. What are we waiting for?
Well, I'm sure they probably don't want to start a World War III, because we know the Houthis are probably backed by the Iranians, and they're getting their message right from Iran. So if we start going in and going after them, who knows where it's going to go.
But why are we worried about it? They're not worried about it. Why are we worried about it?
Why are we? I'm worried about it because we only have so many American ships. There's only 80 American ships that we have. And our ships not only push commercial goods, we push the military around the world also. And this is potentially a big threat to everybody in the globe right now, and nothing's being done. But it just shouldn't be us that takes care of this problem. There should be a unified command, which they're trying to gather right now. But as we see, there are some countries that do not want to participate. There's actually countries that are kicking out the Israeli ships that they don't want the ships in. So it's just not this one problem. This is a global problem that needs to be taken care of. And the world has to be unified in this.
Captain, you think we're going to be able to talk to Houthis out of shooting at these commercial ships, of not targeting our vessels? The only way to handle this is to show them power. That's the only thing they ever understand in this region, correct?
Correct. But how do you diplomatically deal with terrorists? As we see, the Israelis are having problems right now with that, trying to get their hostages back.
Right. But they evidently they had to go use firepower. Right now, the Houthis feel as though they're not going to be targeted, so we're just trying to knock rockets out of the sky.
Correct. I've always been told there's only one way to negotiate with a terrorist.
Which is?
Which is to take them out.
That's what I hear you. Captain James Staples, thanks for your expertise.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.